Hey, people and peopleinis. It's Penny Dreadful, episode 6. Last time we had complete backstory of... Not complete, but a backstory of Vanessa, her life, some of Malcolm's life, some of Peter's life, some of Mina's life. And it filled in a lot of questions, answered a lot of questions that we had, filled in a lot of the holes. There's still... there's still some loose threads dangling in the air, but we have a general sense of what's going on. The first 4 episodes raised a lot of questions about, who is Vanessa? Why is she with Malcolm? What's their relationship to each other? So we found out that her family and his family were very close, and Malcolm and her mother were especially close. And that, you could say in a way that was the root cause behind everything, because if Vanessa hadn't spotted them in the hedge maze, she wouldn't have become... Maybe she wouldn't have been susceptible to darkness as much as she was. But on the other hand, I think... the very first scene that we saw with Vanessa and Mina, Vanessa was trying to get Mina to go out into the ocean and to go out further than they should. And Mina was like, no, we shouldn't. So I think Vanessa was always sort of more adventurous, more risk-taking, more prone to darkness anyway. So it could have happened anyway. Because her seeing Malcolm and her mother didn't automatically trigger anything. I think it was more Mina finding this dude and Peter going away and, her feeling that, her life, she should be the successful one, the person who's going away or the person who's getting married. So she let the darkness in there, and I don't think it was anything to do with Malcolm, really. So everything I said at the start, forget it. I don't believe it anymore. I've talked myself out of it. So that was the backstory. It was creepy. It was cool. And we're ready. Malcolm wants to save Mina, and Vanessa's ready to do what's necessary, even if it means killing her. Well, we'll see what actually does transpire in episode 6. Well, it's not the last episode, so nobody's going to die in this one. That's my prediction. Let's see how long it takes for my nobody's going to die in this episode prediction to be proved false. If somebody is going to die, my prediction is that it's going to be... Who would die? Rona could die. The girl in the theater, the main one, main lead, she could die. Blood spurting everywhere. Who's not going to die? Chandra's not going to die. Dorian's not going to die. In this episode, they could all die at the end. Or at some point, end of season, end of series. Our main core aren't going to die, but anybody else is up for grabs. But my prediction is everybody makes it out of this episode alive, and let's do it. He looks a little like Voldemort. A little. I think it's because they're completely both bold and evil.
And you think it was the creature we seek?
I would assume so. I mean, how many of them can there be?
Well, how many indeed?
I can't stay in this foul room.
Did you
Drafty.
sense anything last night?
No.
Can you try?
I'll try.
Rona's still alive. She's just excessively ill. It mustn't be contagious, whatever she has.
Where have you been all night?
I went out with Mr. Gray.
You ever seen a dog kill some rats?
That one.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
So sorry about last night.
I deserve a lot worse. I still do.
Sins of his past.
We've all sinned.
Maybe we'll get a flashback to what he's done. Ooh, deck time. This is my favorite part. It's a very large deck. She's letting her soul decide. Mina? Oh, something's been moved. Moon? A ship at sea? Death? Kraken? This is reminiscent of last episode when the demon was talking about the men that drowned.
But two of the cards suggested a ship and something terrible happening on the ship.
If only Proteus was still alive.
Sir Malcolm.
Mr. Grey.
Hello, Mr. Grey.
In that case, would you like to have an adventure?
Light.
You mean now?
Just do it.
Is there any other time?
No?
Yes, Mr. Grey, I should like an adventure.
Her eyes have lit
Let me
up.
get my coat.
She is enamored with him, for sure. This place looks different in the daytime.
Hello?
Oh, here she is. His one true love. What does she think of
Hello?
him? That's my question. Hello.
I've never been down here. It's like a whole different world.
It's where the magic happens.
I brought my blood tube. It's getting clogged and,
This feels like Beauty and the Beast. Because she's so ugly.
a great many books. My brother was in an accident, you see. Back in Newcastle. It was a steam engine on a ship.
Ship?
Exploded.
Ship?
After that happened, he always looked away, like you do. His name is Lucifer. Yes, I know, but it's not like that. It actually means bringer of the light. I don't read much, so I don't really know. Thank you for your help.
She's sweet. Well, if he didn't love her now, before he does now, don't kill her.
On matters nautical.
To what end?
Possibly undertaking another hunting expedition.
When?
You will not be required, Doctor. Good day.
Okay, you're dismissed. All that talk about you remind me of my son. We'll have to wait for another day. Simbene, you still here?
I have been thinking about your daughter.
And
Say she cannot be saved.
Vanessa will
if I
kill her.
find her, she will be saved.
Where I come from, we know some people cannot be saved. Know what you are going to do.
It's sensible. Be prepared for anything.
This is my first time.
Oh, I envy you that. How is it you've never been photographed?
I have a bit of a resistance to it.
Then why did you agree?
You seem a man born to overcome resistance.
So true.
Have you been photographed much?
I prefer paintings. Painting can capture eternity.
Would you like to be painted? I could hang it next to my
All right, Mum.
favorite
Please
painting.
hold very still.
Oh, I feel like she's going to see something into her own soul. If this was a horror movie, there would be a spectre hanging above her in the photograph. A gift. Ah. Lucifer. Thoughtful.
Hello, darling. What's that? I have a rival.
Hardly.
Don't be too cruel about him behind his back. Oh. Look, she had to say that to her boyfriend, regardless of what she actually thought. Don't take it too hard. I fear for her life even more now, though.
Do you have plans for dinner?
Ooh. It's going a step further.
Not anymore.
At least they didn't wreck her clothes when he was in the room.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's not too...
No.
It's perfect.
With Dorian, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. Him and some Benny on the way somewhere? How about Mr. Chandler? Can he go too? Get some money?
You great heroic man, yeah.
He doesn't feel like a hero.
Say that
Huh?
Misty didn't kiss me anymore.
It is infectious. Who said romance was dead?
Too late for that.
The medal around my neck
Oh. Something to remember her when she's gone.
that you wear for me tonight.
Good luck. Three amigos.
Thank you for meeting us.
First, tell me what we're doing here.
We're going to explode a plague ship.
Ooh. To the docks.
You asked me once if Sir Malcolm knew what he was seeking. He does not. Of what I am about to tell you, we cannot enlighten him.
Is it Dracula?
Why not? It's Miss Croft. She's not well.
I would pay for a private asylum in the country.
We'll stay at home.
She will need opiates before long for the pain.
Okay, there's nothing they could do
She
then.
will cease being who she is.
Just gonna drug her up and let her
Then I'll love
die?
what she becomes.
He's ahead.
He's a good guy, that Chandler.
The ship's in quarantine is suggestive.
Of what?
Chicanery.
Chicanery. The best kind of hanery.
I'll serve.
Oh,
I'm jealous of your company.
not even the waiter gets a look in.
And religion?
You mean God?
For the sake of argument, let's say I do.
Surely they believe in
I like
that.
the ritual of church, I suppose. And you?
I have a complicated history with the Almighty.
She has a cross. There's lots of spiders, though.
Your uniqueness.
To be alien,
To be different. To be powerful.
to be alone.
To be seeking.
What?
Another
Like you.
who shares your rarity.
Then you are no longer unique.
Nor are you alone.
Trade. Deal. They can still be unique. Just... they're not the same type of unique.
Do you know the word vampire?
No.
Ever watch
Not
TV?
many others.
A penny dreadful.
One in particular.
He said the word, he said the name
His
of the show.
literature, it is... This creature feeds on the blood of the living and can have transformative effects on those upon which it preys. There's only death, a walking death, or a somnolent obeisance.
The only way to be free is to kill the head
I like to
vampire.
believe that. Yet you wear that dress.
That was for your eyes. They're all portraits. You have no landscapes or still lives.
Are not people the most
True.
mysterious things?
I wish there were more so sometimes. Glance that gives away the game.
And what do I give away?
Nothing.
This is
What sort of music would you like?
expert level flirting. I wonder if he'll let her in to see the special painting.
You have exceptional composure.
Do I?
Poise.
I mean. What if you were to abandon it?
There are things within us all that can never be unleashed.
What would happen if they were?
They would consume us.
May I kiss your neck?
Don't ask permission. If you want to do a thing, do it because it is your desire, not my allowance.
In a way that was giving him permission. Or allowance.
They move in a pack like wolves. When we get near, they slip away, taking our most beloved with them.
Meanwhile, on the plague ship, gun at the ready. Ooh. The nails are very pointed. Pale skin, white hair.
It's not her.
They expected to find Mina here. Too soon. There's a lot of them.
She must be here somewhere.
This does seem like a pack. Surely their presence would alert them all. Hello.
Why have you told me this? Because you would have come to the same place without me. You could yet astonish the world.
Oh. Don't kill him. Oh, he's gonna kill him. Wow.
I'm tired of your temporizing, demon.
Just because he happened to be walking with him.
Do not weep. I have learned that skill. It brings no solace.
Good thing he told you all that stuff about vampires. No. This union seems I can't think of a word for it. Everybody's awake. Start chopping some heads. Let's get out of here. Retreat. Got so many. Burn them all down. We sure that Mina was none of those people? Good. I didn't think we'd see this for quite a while. Ooh. Bit of danger. She's gonna need some new clothes soon. Ooh. This is eroticism to a whole new level. Kill him. Ooh. Mina. Oh, she's gone in. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hello, my child.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
What games we will have now.
Dorian's like, what just happened? That's never happened before. Oh, into his room with the painting. Are we gonna see him heal? And for the scars to be transferred to the painting? Phase 1 complete. We're not gonna see it. One day.
Vanessa, I have a lot to tell you.
Ooh. Don't end. They ended right in the middle of a scene. She raises off the ground, she starts spinning. Malcolm's just about to freak out. He's not going to freak out, but he'll have questions. And yeah, they just ended the episode. That's okay. I'll watch another tomorrow. So we're back. We're not flashbacked anymore. We're back to the present. Van Helsing died. I was going to say nobody died, but then Van Helsing died. And so, like, just out of the blue, it wasn't a build up to a scene, it wasn't tension building. It was just him walking with Victor in the streets. Boom, dead, dragged, snap neck. I think it was a snap neck. Yeah, just because, you know, he's unhappy with Victor's progress towards getting him a love. And, you know, get on with it, or I'll start killing more people. What Victor should do, if I was Victor, start hanging around with people he doesn't like. People he'd like to see, but he wouldn't want to do it himself. Invite all his enemies over. To meet his unholy spawn. Not really spawn, but you know what I mean. Creation. So Vanessa and Dorian had a nice day. A nice interaction, conversation. Their conversations are always fun. They're both on a certain level. Trying to kind of... It's like a dance. They're dancing with words with each other, and it culminated in where you would expect it to culminate. And then she got possessed and left. So Dorian will be even more intrigued, I think. And we'll never see that painting of his. Victor is in a bad place. He wasn't built for this sort of tragedy in his life. That he feels a little powerless at the moment. So maybe it will help move things along. The girl in the theater has to be target number one. Has to be. And she was nice to him, and I believe genuinely nice to him, and then behind his back she was kind of a bit dismissive. But that's the problem with listening at open doors. Or what is it? You shouldn't listen to conversations behind closed doors because something. People don't necessarily say the things they actually mean about you when they're talking to other people, because they have other people have expectations. You always have to tailor your words to the person you're speaking to directly, and sometimes that means speaking, like in this case, dismissively about him, when her true feelings mightn't be like that. It seemed to me that she was sort of fascinated by him, and he reminded her of her brother, and I think she was touched by the book, the gift of the book. But then he's overhearing a conversation between her and her existing boyfriend, so, what was he expecting? But that certainly drives the drama forward with that story. It's not exactly going to go a romantic comedy route, I suspect. And in the other story, Malcolm and Simbene and Ethan Chandler head off to find the nest, find it, get into a bit of trouble, chicanery, if you will, and Mina appears at the end very, very suddenly, seemed very close to the master, if that's what we're calling him. Although my suspicious self was like, that thing that says nothing is the master, really? Maybe she's the master and he's just her bodyguard. So I feel like I'm missing something about the episode. Van Helsing explained the lore of vampires to Victor, so now he has all that information. That'll be helpful. Vanessa did her tarot deck, but that was just to lead them to the boats. And yeah, we found out that Simbene is a heck of a fighter. Very capable, and probably the most capable one there, hand to hand, or weapon to weapon. He didn't need the guns. Good to have along on their mission. And the mystery deepens. And that was a heck of a cliffhanger to leave us on. So, join me back next time for episode 7. I think there may be only 8 episodes in this first season. So I feel like 7 and 8 might culminate in one long... I have no idea. But things are going to be ramped up. They're already ramped up. And I'm looking forward to the final 2 episodes of the first season. So, I will see you then. And until then, have a good day. See ya.